My name is David Gutierrez. I'm the director of Wasa Gaka Limited. We've got Wasa Group as the umbrella for three brands that we manage, which is Wasa. We've got Wasa London and Madrid. We've got Hermanos Taco House and Mr. Pork. And yeah, I've been running the business for 9 years now. I would say it struggles normally in the food industry because it's a very competitive industry. So you need to find always new opportunities, new business occasions, and new ways how to create, different revenue streams. So that was part of like the struggle, I would say, I had. I'm really good at doing some research, and I found Peter as well, and Food Motion. So basically, it was a really good opportunity to also to network, to find new locations, new contacts in the industry that of course helped us to get more potential sites as well. Working with Food Motion and Peter particularly, it's been amazing. Peter has so much knowledge about the industry, he's got experience as well. And I personally and genuinely believe that we have developed, a good business model that would basically need to be replicated across different sites, and genuinely think that Peter, had that structure and those contacts that help us basically to get this model that we have into new scenarios and new potential sites across London as well. So we've been after one specific location for a while, and it's more sometimes about persistency, but sometimes it's also about context as well. So Peter helped us to secure a new location as well, and that was really successful. So from day one we started to break even, which is a really good success for these sort of businesses as well. And also I would say in terms of the structure and the vision for the business, so we sat down and then we pretty much looked at the business for the next 5 years. So we had an overview of what the plans are, what we're working towards it, and then also the different revenue streams that we have in the business, and that was really helpful to bit of clarify what we're looking for. Yeah, he's a really nice and cool guy. So he's very straight to the point. He's very serious as well what he does, and in a funny way, you talk to him like a friend. He always says like, this is what I think because of that. So there's always reasons behind his answers, and I think he's a really good guy to work with. Yeah. So I mean, after the first session, which is basically the introduction from Peter to herself, second session you already start working in your goals, your short-term goals, and then of course the long-term picture of the business. Peter from day one identify how the business is doing, some struggles. We look at numbers as well. He's got quite a few formats that basically help you to understand if you got a year plan or a specific P&L, if you open a new site. So there's quite a lot of information that you can have from Peter to start from day one, working on those goals. So you start to feel, that a bit of improvement. And I always say that when you see that you are, growing, that gives you more, energy to continue doing it until you keep growing. And at the moment, I feel really grateful for his skills and knowledge as well. We stay in touch, of course. We always, we're always talking about new opportunities, what is he doing, what are my plans as well. And it feels great because there's some knowledge that I could get from him that I'm actually using at the moment. And again, sometimes I got any question because I don't know probably as much as he probably know about the industry, but there's always, to keep that relationship. Yeah. Well, one I would say is definitely professionalism. I think he's very well structured. I would say it's a funny environment as well. You have quite a good conversations. So you always make, you have talks about, apart from business, or even if it's business related, that you can have some jokes about it, and I think that's part of the process, brainstorming and having, different discussions about what's going on. And also I would say that it's probably one of the concerns that people would have is something that could be affordable as well. So sometimes people think that consultancy could be extremely expensive, but not necessarily. And what I would definitely say is just when you've got these opportunities, just take them, just squeeze them as much as you can, because there's a lot of information that you need to process, and then after the session, basically just take your time to work on the skills and the tools that you basically have been provided here. Even though you got struggles, you can see a positive learning curve, and it's always really inspiring, because when we look 3 years ago or 5 years ago, 9 years ago, you see how much we have growth in the business. So I started myself pretty much to doing everything on the streets, setting up, trading under the snow and things like that. And at the moment we are 32, 33 people in the business. We've got head office now, we've got central production unit, 5 sites plus street food, which we got food truck, and we getting a food shipping container next year with a roof deck. What I love in the business is just creation of new things. So Guasa and Hermanos basically both were inspired in cuisines from Venezuela and Mexico, but the menu themselves, they are both creations. I started as well with 100% traditional menu from Venezuela, exactly like you eat it there. But then other businesses started, to set up, and I was like, okay, we have exactly the same menu. So what's the point of having exactly the same menu? So I say, okay, let's do something different. Let's give it a go, and it's working really well. I would definitely recommend to get in touch at least for the introduction, meeting. So then you will know if your business is in a good position, or if you got something to learn from Peter and his team.